in the car, I done preached the word, and I done got excited. I said, oh, God about to use me. Oh, he about to come with this power and fire. I said, he ain't never used me like that. And I got down here in church, and Sister Lord got to preaching. I said, huh? I said, what the? All right. And everything he was telling me in the car, she was preaching. Even down to the Buddha. I said, Lord, I just thank you. But what he was proving to me was how real he is. And I said, Lord, I thank you because I'm not dependent on my ability, but I'm going to depend on his ability.
Amen.
And one thing God asked me, he said, how holy is your faith? He said, ask the people, how holy is your faith?
Yes.
He said, because so many times we sit around and we say, Lord, I believe you. Lord, I believe you. Lord, I believe you. He said, do you really?
Oh, yeah.
How holy is your faith? See, Abraham believed without a shadow of a doubt, and it was credited to him righteousness.
Yeah.
Can your faith be credited to you as righteousness?
Yeah.
Because I have to ask myself that sometimes. Can my faith be credited to as righteousness? Can my faith get me to a place like Abraham where God will call me his friend because I simply believe? And he told us faith without works is dead. But he said Abraham, it was credited to him by believing. You know, we come in and we say, Lord, I'm believing you for this and I'm believing you for that. And then it don't happen and then you get upset and you stop believing. Well, real faith don't stop believing. Real faith has a hope behind it. Real faith says, even when I don't see it, I know God is real. And God has spoken it to me that it's going to come to pass. And I will stand flat-footed, rooted, and grounded in what he has told me. And I know that if he has said it, it's coming to pass because God is not a man that he shall lie. So when God tells me something, I know, just like you can take a check to the bank, sometimes that check may bounce. But I know what God says, there ain't no bouncing. It ain't no turning around, it ain't no coming back. Because he said he'll send his word out and it does not return to us void. Amen. But he said, how holy is your faith? How holy is your faith? Right, he said, faith without believing cannot work.
Yes.
Faith without trust will not move. And he said, faith does not always require a natural work. Sometimes he just wants you to stand. I just need you to stand and be still and know that I am God. In his word, he says, stand still and see the salvation of the Lord. But if God's telling us he's going to give us things, why are we always running trying to do something for him? Earlier this year, me and my kids were in a car accident. And after that car accident, I had a rental car. I didn't go pick it up until a Sunday. On Wednesday, I said, Lord, I think Sunday, Sister Lewis had spoken and asked me what type of car I wanted. And I thought it was a Subaru. Because that's what I had been talking about, and I didn't really know what I had wanted. And God knows when he asking you things, if you know what you want, and if what you've really been asking for is what you really want. That's why he says, if you delight in me, I'll give you the desires of your heart. Because I know sometimes the things that you're asking for, it really ain't a desire. You just want it because you see somebody else with it. But if you find yourself in me, then the true desire that you really desire, I will give to you. And when you desire that thing will come to pass. That's how God works. So earlier this year, she said, what you want? And I said, a Subaru. She said, I don't even know what that is. And I was thinking to myself, well, I just found that not too long ago myself. But I said, Lord, I was coming down here, and I said, Lord, if you're going to give me a car on Saturday, if you're going to give me a car, I said, let me keep this rental car until Friday. Because they called me and told me I had to turn the rental car back in by Wednesday. And I was like, well, no, I still got to go to work 2 days. So I called the lawyer. And she was like, okay. And then the rental man called me back and he said, he said, you need to keep the car? I said, yeah, I need to keep it till Saturday. He said, we'll let you keep it till Friday. And I got tickled because I know what I had asked. God said, you didn't ask me for Saturday. You asked me for Friday. So he let me keep it till Friday. But the man said, you can keep it as long as you want. On the way down here on a Friday, right at the turn of here, for you turn to come down this road, I said, Lord, if you're going to give me a car tomorrow, I said, give me a word from Sister Lewis. We got in here, the praise service was high. I don't even remember what Sister Lewis said. All I know is she came to me, she gave me a word, and I was like, that's it! I'm going to get my car. Now I'm going to get my car. And I was carrying them, I said, we're going in the morning, we're going to get a car. We're going to get a car. He said, what kind of car you getting? I said, and I'm going to tell you how good he is. Because he told me what kind of car I was getting. Before I even got ready to go get the car, I had a dream. And in the dream, it looked like I was at work. And I was trying to get on the elevator. But there was a whole bunch of people in front of me, and everybody else was trying to get on the elevator too. So when the elevator opened, I got ready to go that way, and I said, you know what? I'm not doing that. I'm not going with everybody else. I'm going to turn around, and I'm going to go the other way. So I turned around, and there was another little boy with me. And we walked out, and we got in the elevator, and when this elevator opened, it was construction going all the way around. It was construction everywhere. And I walked down, and I said, what in the world? Where is we at? And by that time, I was sitting in the car, and there was this man. He leaned over to me, and he clapped his hands. He looked at me, he said, Cherokee's a good cause. I said, yeah, I know. He said, Cherokee's a real good cause. I said, yeah, I know. By that time, I sat straight up in the bed. I said, I'm getting Cherokee. Hallelujah. Because I'm telling y'all something. I've been wanting the Cherokee. I don't even know how long I have been wanting the Jeep. But the thing is, sometimes we ask for stuff, and we forget what we asked for, and we forget what our desires is, because new things come along, and then you see this new thing, and I want this new thing. But God said, is that new thing truly your desire? It really wasn't. The desire really was the Jeep, and that's what he gave me. But I said, Lord, I thank you, because you showed me that. But what I realized, that even in that dream, Sister Lewis got up here, and she said that we're going to do some things next year to build the church. And I said, Lord, I know that was nobody but you, because I know what he had told me. In September, he started talking to me, and he said, it's time to build. So when you came and you said, I got some ideas and all of these things, what you had brought out, I had just prayed that morning. So I said, Lord, I know that you're about to build your church. But the thing is, he wants to know how holy is your faith. Because, see, holy faith will go with the pastors when they say, I got something that I believe was going to prosper the church. Faith that's not holy won't move. Faith that's not holy won't give. Faith that's not holy won't trust. How holy is your faith? Because if he gives a vision, you got to see that thing. Now, let me tell you, in the word's been coming to us, and before Pastor Colton came, Sister Lewis, we had a service, and she was going around and she was grabbing people's mouths, and she said, open your mouth and I will fill it. Now, I don't know how many people know that's actually a scripture. He says, open your mouth wide and I will fill it. Pastor Colton came, he said, the miracles is at the door. The miracles in your house. The miracles in your mouth. Sister Calandra came and she said, open your mouth and say something. God is getting us to a place where he said, you got to get your mind in a place that you're going to believe what he is saying, because unless you believe it, you can't even receive it. He said, because as you come to me, you got to first believe that I am a rewarder of those that diligently seek me. First of all, if you're not even going to diligently seek him, he ain't got no reward for you, because that's what his word says. You got to diligently seek him. He don't say go and seek the desires. He don't say go and seek the places you want to be. He said seek me. Seek ye first the kingdom of heaven, and all of these things will be added unto you. So if you're not seeking the kingdom and you wonder why these things ain't been added unto you, well, duh, it just said it right there. You ain't seeking the kingdom. He said, when you seek the kingdom, I will give you these things. And you know why those things are coming, and you be like, oh, this happened? Because your mind went on those things. Your mind was on God. So he said, how holy is your faith? Is your faith holy enough that you'll take it off the thing you want and trust the one that can give it to you? Because sometimes we have desires that ain't holy. Sometimes we have desires and wants and needs that's not going to glorify him. And God is not in the business of giving us things that's going to glorify anything other than him. He said he'll tear down everything before he lets his name go down. Wow. So if whatever in your life that you're desiring is not of him, you might want to ask God, is this desire from you? Or is this just something that I'm desiring? Because I don't want to ever be in a place where I'm desiring something he don't want me to have. Because when you're desiring things that God don't have for you, you get depressed, you get upset, you get angry, you get so in a place that people can't even talk to you. You get bound because you mad. Oh, Sister Brown got a new car, and Sister so-and-so got a new car. I ain't got nothing. But do you know what Sister Brown was doing? Do you know what Sister so-and-so was doing? Do you know who they put first? Do you know what they was giving? Do you know what they was praying? We always jealous about something, but we don't know the walk that person walked in. First of all, get your mind right. He said, be transformed by the renewing of your mind. I can't be transformed by the renewing of Sister Lewis' mind. I can't be renewed by the transforming of Brother Jalil's mind. I got to transform my mind so it may be renewed. And I said, Lord, I thank you. Because all this year, all he has been doing is showing me his power. There's a scripture in the Bible that said, in Amos, it says, the blessing will come so fast that your head will spin. And I said, he spoke that to me about a year or two ago. And I think he's just speaking. But like they always say, how do you know a word is from God? If you can find it in the Bible. If you can't find what you heard in that word, it ain't from God. I don't care how you flip it. I don't care how you color it. I don't care how you sugar it. If it ain't in that word, it ain't from God. And one thing he has shown me all this year, I confirm what I say. I done had plenty of dreams that ain't came to pass. That don't mean they was all from God. But he's been trying to get me into a place this year. He's trying to build my faith, and that's what he's been doing for me. So I